They linger among us, unseen, unheard but ever present. The dead. Their energy clings to the places they knew in life. Some spaces hold whispers of their passing. Others become saturated with their final moments. In the heart of Delhi, nestled within the affluent Greater Kailash stands such a place. House W3, a place where the veil between our world and the next wears thin. A place of dread and chilling whispers. This isn't a story for the faint of heart. It's a glimpse into the darkness that festers within seemingly ordinary walls. It's about the remnants of horror that refuse to fade. And it's a warning to those who believe the dead don't speak, because sometimes their screams are all we have left to hear. The year was 2007. Yadu, Krishnan, Kaul and his wife Madhu were pillars of their community, respected, loved and deeply rooted in their faith. They lived a simple life in House W3. Their routine was as familiar as the rising sun. Morning prayers, yoga in the garden, evenings spent in quiet companionship. They had a trusted confidant, a yoga guru, who often visited their home. He was a man of God, they believed. They never suspected he harbored darkness within. One fateful night, that darkness unfolded. The guru, driven by greed and envy, turned on the elderly couple. The details are too gruesome to recount. Let's just say the night was shattered by screams that went unheard. The Kauls, in their final moments, knew only betrayal and unimaginable pain. Their sanctuary became their tomb. The silence after the storm was deafening. Days turned into weeks, and the Kaul's absence became a haunting presence in the neighborhood. Their garden, once vibrant with life, grew wild and untamed. The windows of House W3, usually glowing with warmth, remained dark. A heavy feeling settled over the house, a palpable sense of wrongness that sent chills down the spines of those who dared to walk by. Rumors began to swirl. Some whispered of strange noises emanating from the house at night, moans, cries, and the shuffling of feet. Others claimed to have seen flickering lights within the darkened rooms, like ghostly figures moving about. The house, once a symbol of peace and piety, became synonymous with fear and suspicion. The yoga guru, a master manipulator, continued his visits to House W3 even after the murders. He feigned concern for the missing couple, spinning tales of their sudden pilgrimage. He even conducted prayer meetings in their memory, his voice dripping with false piety. All the while their bodies lay hidden within the very walls of the house. He had carefully concealed his gruesome handiwork. The bodies, wrapped in plastic sheets and religious cloth, were buried beneath the newly tiled floor of the puja room. The very room where the Kauls offered their daily prayers became their final resting place. A cruel irony orchestrated by a man consumed by greed and darkness. Section 5, left to rot. The charade couldn't last forever. The stench of decay, a heavy, sickening sweetness began to permeate the air around House W3. It clung to the curtains, seeped into the walls, and followed those who dared to venture close. The neighbors, their suspicions growing with each passing day, finally alerted the authorities. The police, upon entering the house, were met with a scene that would forever be etched in their memories. The putrid odor led them to the puja room. And there, beneath the cold, unyielding tiles, they found the Kauls. Their bodies, ravaged by time and the elements, were a testament to the horror they had endured. The guru's web of deceit unraveled, his mask of piety ripped away. Section 6, a tapestry of terror. With the discovery of the bodies, the truth of House W3 was laid bare, but the story didn't end there. The house, now stained with tragedy and soaked in the fear of its final occupants, took on a life of its own. It became a breeding ground for paranormal activities, a canvas upon which the unseen world painted its horrors. Residents in the vicinity reported a surge in inexplicable occurrences, unexplained noises, objects moving on their own, and fleeting glimpses of spectral figures became the norm. Some even claimed to hear the Kaul's anguished cries echoing through the stillness of the night. The house, once a symbol of domesticity, became a spectre of death and despair. Section 7. A New Dawn? Years passed. The once grand house, neglected and shunned, began to crumble under the weight of its dark history. The garden, once a riot of colours, withered and died. The paint peeled, the windows cracked, and dust settled over everything. House W3 became a chilling reminder of the evil that men do and the spirits that refuse to rest. Then, in a bold move, a wealthy businessman, Mr. Gupta, purchased the property. He was aware of its gruesome past, the whispers of hauntings, and the fear it inspired. But he was determined to cleanse the house of its darkness, to restore it to its former glory. A team of priests was brought in to perform elaborate purification rituals. The house was scrubbed, repainted and renovated. Light, once a stranger to its darkened rooms, flooded in through newly installed windows. Section 8. Dare to Visit. Today, House W3 stands as a testament to both the enduring power of fear and the resilience of hope. Mr. Gupta never resided in the house, choosing instead to hire a caretaker and his family to maintain the property. The family, unfazed by the house's reputation, claims to live there undisturbed. They speak of a sense of peace and tranquility that pervades the house, but some stories refuse to be silenced. Whispers of strange occurrences persist, albeit fainter than before. Shadows moving in the dead of night, disembodied voices whispering names, and a feeling of being watched continue to plague the occasional visitor. Is House W3 truly free from its tormented past? Or do the echoes of its dark history still linger, waiting for the right moment to resurface? That, dear reader, is for you to decide. If you dare to venture into the heart of Greater Kailash 1, to stand before the imposing gates of House W3, perhaps you'll find the answers you seek. But be warned, some doors are best left unopened, some secrets better left buried. For in the pursuit of truth, one often finds something far more terrifying.